So today's topic is cubital fossa. Cubital fossa is present in front of the elbow joint. It is bounded laterally by brachioradialis muscle, medially by pronator teres. Base is formed by an imaginary line, horizontal line between the medial and lateral epicondyles of humerus. Floor is formed by the brachialis muscle, which is the muscle of arm, and below by the supinator. Roof is formed by deep fascia of forearm, reinforced by medial side of the bicipital epineurosis. If we see the diagram, medially we have lateral border of pronator teres. Laterally we have medial border of brachioradialis muscle. Base is formed by the imaginary horizontal line between the medial and lateral epicondyles of the humerus, and bed or the floor is formed by the brachialis muscle, while the roof is formed by the deep fascia of forearm as well as the bicipital epineurosis. So again in this picture we can see this is the medial boundary of the pronator teres. So the lateral border of the pronator teres form the medial boundary of the cubital fossa, and the medial border of the brachioradialis muscle form the lateral boundary of the cubital fossa, while base is formed by an imaginary line between the medial and lateral epicondyles of the humerus. Base is formed by, or the floor is formed by brachialis muscle, and roof is formed by the deep fascia of the forearm as well as the bicipital epineurosis. So what are the contents? If we see from lateral to medial side, we can see the tendon of biceps brachii, then the red one, brachial artery, then the yellow one, median nerve, right? So for memory, we can say TAN means tendon of biceps brachii, then the brachial artery, then the median nerve. So where it is present, the cubital fossa is present at the junction between the flexor compartment of the forearm and the flexor compartment of the arm. Means just in this picture you can see this is the area of cubital fossa which is present in front of the. So this is the area where the cubital fossa is. Proximally we have the shoulder joint. Cubital fossa is present in front of the elbow joint. So proximal to the cubital fossa we have the shoulder joint, and distal to the proximal fossa we have the wrist joint and the hand. Basically, cubital fossa is a triangular shaped structure which is present in front of the elbow joint. So this is the boundary of cubital fossa. Again in this picture you can say this is the medial boundary of the cubital fossa which is formed by the lateral border of the pronator teres. This is the lateral boundary of the cubital fossa which is formed by the medial border of the brachioradialis muscle. The base is formed by the horizontal line between the two lateral and medial epicondyles. Base is formed by the brachioradialis muscle, and the floor or base is formed by the brachioradialis, and the roof is formed by the deep fascia of the forearm as well as the bicep. So this is the medial border or ulnar border which is formed by the pronator teres. This is the lateral border or the radial border which is formed by the brachioradius. So Again, this is the medial boundary which is formed by the pronator teres muscle. You can see this red one. This is the pronator teres muscle which form the boundary of the medial boundary of the ulnar border of the. This is the lateral border which is formed by brachialis. So this is the brachioradialis muscle. You can see in this picture. Then the base is formed by the imaginary line between the medial epicondyle and the lateral epicondyle. You can see in this picture, this is the medial epicondyle and this one is the lateral epicondyle. So the imaginary line between these two form the base of the. Then what are the contents? This red one muscle is the muscle of biceps. So most laterally we have the biceps. Then the brachial artery which divide into ulnar and radial. Then this yellow one is the median nerve. So what are the contents? Biceps brachii, tendon of biceps brachii, brachial artery and the. So now what is the position of radial nerve? Radial nerve is present most laterally in the cubital fossa, means it is even lateral to the biceps brachii. So it lies just under the lip of the brachioradialis muscle. In this position, the radial nerve divides into superficial and deep branches. The superficial branch continues into the forearm just deep to the brachioradialis, while the deep branch passes between the two heads of the supinator to access the posterior compartment of the forearm. The ulnar nerve does not pass through the cubital fossa. Instead, it passes posterior to the medial epicondyle. Means ये medial epicondyle के बैक साइड पे पोस्टीरियरली रन करती है और फिर आगे आ जाती है, लेकिन जो है वो रेडियल नर्व होती है, इट इज द मोस्ट लैटरल स्ट्रक्चर. मोस्ट लैटरली अगर हम देखें लैटरल टू मीडियल, तो अल्नर नर्व, देन द टेंडन ऑफ द बाइसेप्स ब्रेकियाई, देन द brachial artery which divide into ulnar and radial and the medial. So you can see in this picture, this is the radial nerve, then this is the tendon of the biceps brachii, then this one is the brachial artery, and this one is the. Other superficial structures which are not the contents of cubital fossa are the cephalic vein and the basilic vein, which join with each other by a median cubital vein. This cephalic vein continues at the lateral cutaneous. No, sorry, lateral cutaneous vein. Sorry. Uh, we have this cephalic vein, and this one is the basilic vein, which join with each other by a median cubital vein. This yellow structure is the lateral cutaneous nerve of the forearm. This is the medial cutaneous nerve of the forearm. This yellow one is the musculocutaneous nerve. This is the radial nerve. These are the medial and lateral intermuscular septa which divide the muscle arm into anterior compartment and the posterior compartment. This is the ulnar nerve. This one is the median nerve. Now what are the superficial structures, not the contents of cubital fossa? We see in the previous picture median cubital vein, which passes diagonally across the roof and connects the cephalic vein on the lateral aspect of the upper arm with the basilic vein on the medial aspect of the arm. The bicipital aponeurosis separates the median cubital vein from the brachial artery and the median nerve. And also we have two other superficial structures which are the median cutaneous nerve of the forearm and the lateral cutaneous. So we know that the medial boundary of the cubital fossa is formed by the muscle which is called pronator teres. So pronator teres originate from the humeral head from the medial epicondyle and the supracondylar ridge of the humerus, while the ulnar head arise from the medial border of the coronoid process of ulna. And these two heads, humeral as well as the ulnar heads, insert on the middle of the lateral surface of radius. What is the action of pronator teres? Pronator teres, as the name shows, it pronates and flexes the forearm at the elbow joint. Nerve supply is the median nerve and blood supply is ulnar artery and anterior recurrent ulnar. Now, the lateral boundary of the cubital fossa, which is formed by the medial border of brachioradialis muscle. Brachioradialis muscle originates from the proximal two-thirds of the lateral supracondylar bridge of the humerus, and it is inserted on the lateral surface of the distal end of radius, means the base of styloid process of radius. Action is plexus forearm, nerve supply is radial nerve, and the blood supply is radial recurrent artery. Now the contents means the contents of the cubital fossa. This is the biceps brachii. Why it is called biceps? Bi means two. Means it has two heads, short head and long head. Short head arises from the tip of the coracoid process. So this is the short head. While the long head arises from the supraglenoid tubercle of the scapula. It is inserted on the tuberosity of the radius and the fascia of the forearm by bicipital aponeurosis. It supinates and flexes the forearm. Nerve supply is musculocutaneous nerve and blood supply is muscular branches of. Thank you.